Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
Hello. Happy Thursday and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It might be Friday where you're at. I just thought about that, or Thursday night. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the Savanh Family Show. And, don't change so that people will like you. Be your authentic self and the right people will like you. So, the big question is this. How do married couples like us who have busy schedules, run high-performing businesses, face challenges daily, raise multiple children,
and yet still remain in love, passionate, and happy like when we first dated?
That is the question, and this show will give you the answers.
Welcome to the Savanh Family Show.
Master your relationship, your life, and your business now. And welcome back. And yes, if this is your first time watching us, please, we just wanted to welcome you, as well as we will start here in the comments section. Please celebrate a win. Just let us know what win you are celebrating or what you are grateful for. And the reason why we do that is really to start everything off is we need to all really be a lot more present in the moment, as well as really stop and smell the roses, right? Mm-hmm. We have a lot of things going on that are really phenomenal in our life. Really grateful and really should be appreciative for, and we don't celebrate enough. So pat yourself on the back, give yourself a high five, or give somebody a hug that you love in your family right now. So just let us know what are you celebrating, what are you grateful for. So we are continuing our 8 lessons you should avoid teaching your children series. And this is our last series. This is episode 8. So we went on to 8 lessons. So if you have not watched our previous episodes of this series, please go back and watch it. And then, but we're gonna end it here. So this is a really fun topic, because the very 8th one that I really believe that is so important is comparing our children to other kids. That's a topic today, okay? And that we really should avoid doing this, because if we do that, you are essentially telling your kids they're not enough. They're not good enough, right? Have you ever heard or even seen in movies or something like, why can't you be like Johnny? He's always got a nice girl, right? It's something like that. Even something simpler like that. And your kid's like, so you want Johnny to be your son? You know what I mean? Like, that's, whether they think that or not, that's in their mind. Maybe it starts chiseling at them to start creating a belief that they're not good enough, right? So this is why one of the things that we always do not want to compare our children with other kids. I love my children the way they are, right? If I want them to get them better, I help them focus on improving what they're doing themselves, for themselves, not to compete with another child or to compare with another child. Look, my children, my sons, our kids and daughter, is not like they're not the best in the world, right? But if they're not, and I want them to get better, I don't say, hey, I want you to do this because of this person, right? I want this person does this so well. And I don't ever do that. I just basically give them the tools or resources or direction necessary for them to get better for themselves.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with that. I know growing up, there's a lot of, hey, this person's doing well at this person's doing well at that. And I just noticed that it's just pigeonholing, right? Because then, the kids usually say, well, but they're not doing good at this, or they're not doing good at that. Why don't you compare me with that, right? But I think comparison is just, one of the worst thing you can do. I know that, for me growing up, because of that, so I never really liked competition. However, I'm a very high achiever. So when I was talking to one of my peers, somebody that's really high up in the, in the food chain, and he said, actually, I noticed that you are not competitive among each others, but you're very competitive among yourself. And then that's when I really have the aha moment. I was like, wow, I'm actually also an overachiever, because he said, look at your life, life event, right? For me, one of my toughest experiences, I don't know how to speak English. I can't really communicate well because I am a Chinese, and in 16 years of my life, I never really speak English at all. And then after that, I went to an English school, and then I come to the state, and I still realized I couldn't really speak well. So I decided to go door to door, practice my English communication skill. And I got really, good at it within like 5 years, because again, I door knock every single day. because I'm comparing myself with myself and how can I get better with it. And I think that's just such a positive mindset. And again, I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Then I believe that there's an athlete that's really good that he said the same thing. He compared himself with himself. Am I trying my best?
Michael Jordan says that, right? The toughest competitor, right? The toughest person I compete with is myself.
Yes,
right?
yes. So teach them how to compete with themselves in the way they know that they're enough, and they're just competing with themselves. What is the part that I'm not really doing good at? That I can get better with, and then what is the thing that I'm really doing amazing at, and how can you enhance it even more?
Yeah, so let's assume there's a child within your proximity that you really like what they did, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, hey, kid, tell your kid like, hey, kid, can you be like him or be like her, right? Instead, just say, hey, you know what? Johnny did this thing, right? And I really like it. I think that's a great idea. What do you think? Right? Let's assume Alex is my kid. I would say, Alex, what do you think?
Alex is your kid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling a story. Like, Alex, what do you think about that? What he did? I really like that. What they did, what Johnny did. And Alex said, yeah, I really like that too. And you're not telling Alex to say, hey, Johnny's better than you. I'm comparing you to Johnny. I just want, I really like what Johnny did. I like the way they're interacting with their parents, or the way Johnny listens, or the way Johnny thinks, or the way Johnny says something. And then you want your child to get good like that, then just say, what do you think, Alex, what he's done? Do you approve of that? And then Alex would say something like, yeah, I really like that. I think that's really cool. Instead of saying, hey, you're not doing this, Alex, and Johnny's doing that. I prefer you to be like Johnny. Well, what that ends up happening is Alex is going to feel like, wow, am I not enough, right? That you're teaching your children now to feel that way. So what do you do? So tips we're going to give you is, your children need praising, right? And praise your children, and praise often. And when I say praise, I'm not talking about like praise them for no reason, right? When they do things, little things, big things, it just doesn't matter. You praise them and praise them often, as much as you can, because they need to know what good behavior looks like. They need to know what you have a model of the world in terms of your child, yes, right? And how you want them to be as children, and ultimately what you're doing is shaping their character identity so that they can grow up to be amazing, awesome adults. And you know what that is. Your model of the world is in regards to that. If you want them to be, to always continue to level up and grow and be competitive with themselves, to say, I'm not going to settle. I'm going to be, growing. Alex is going to grow, and Troy's going to grow, because that's just my motto of the world is as their parents. Then essentially all you're doing is, when they do those things of growth, then you want to praise them, and then you want to praise as often as you possibly can.
Yes, I think one of the book that really impacted me really well is the book Well Done. It's Well Done. How do they train a killer whale to do things that they want the killer whale to do, because killer whale can kill people if you can't piss them off, right? So it really talks about you're just focusing on the good, right? What is the good thing that they do? And I have this saying with Alexander too, don't give oxygen toward the fire, because once in a while Troy will be like acting bad, and then what me and Alex do is we just totally ignore him. And if he didn't get the attention, he wouldn't do it again. So we were like, hey, mommy, don't give oxygen to the fire. And then I was like, oh, okay, got it. So then we will totally ignore Troy, and then he will just stop. But then whenever Troy is doing something good, we'll praise him. Hey, great job. However, when you're praising them, make sure you praise them on the effort, not on them specifically.
Yeah, the effort, and then the result it gets, right? That's also very important. Yeah, for sure. And then the second thing is really just, tell your children, and tell them often as much as possible, that they are enough just the way they are. Okay? So that's very, very important. Tell them they are enough just the way they are, right? You're not looking to really, this is a comparison model to other children my children, the way they are is what I love. If I want them to get better and improve, I am going to give them and feed them and help them grow to improve. But I'm not expecting, because when you don't tell your children that they are good enough just the way they are, you essentially are basically telling them that they're not good enough, right? And I do it all the time. I love you, exactly who you are, and then I praise them as much as I possibly can. So.
Yes, absolutely. We do that all the time. And here it is. That's Troy.
Go Chuck E. Cheese, Mom.
Okay,
Yes.
we will go to Chuck E. Cheese.
We'll go to Chuck E. Cheese in a little bit. Okay, love you.
Close the door for me, baby. Thank
He
you.
come budging in, which is fine. Bye, baby.
So, absolutely, I totally agree. You know, we have to let them know that, one of the things that we are working on right now, and we do a lot of work with Tony Robbins is, you have what you need within you. You have what you need within you to do anything that you possibly wanted to do. And I think that is because, growing up, most parents are in a default mode where we're just focusing on what they're not good enough so that they can get better, which is nothing wrong. The intention was good. It's just the execution wasn't as good. I will have to say, because, again, you're focusing on what is not good enough instead of what is good, what is enough. And I also notice that a lot of successful people, the reason why they're so successful, because they know that they're enough and they know that they have everything within them to do whatever it takes.
Most
right?
definitely.
And so, we constantly tell them that they're enough. If we notice that they need to improve, then we will praise them on the effort of getting better at it. And again, well done approach. We always praise them on all the things that they do, right? And the craziest thing is, they actually start praising us back.
Yes.
They will be like, "Oh, mommy, good job. Mommy, good job on doing that. Hey, my daddy, good job. Good job on making me juice in the morning. I really appreciate it." I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." Wouldn't you want your kids to praise you too, to tell you that how good of a job you do?
Yeah, I was exercising. I was doing my reps, and the little guy Troy goes, "Go, daddy, go. Yes, go. Daddy, go." It's funny to watch, and it's amazing to really experience, because that just basically proves that, when we praise good behavior, right? And if we give them something, or a gift, or something, take them somewhere because of that good behavior, that really cements, that this is working, right? That the fact that they know what good behavior looks like, they know that, what praising them in the right moments, in the right time, on the right things really means. So it's pretty amazing. So again, guys, hopefully you like this video, and hit the like button. If you do, hit the like button right now, as well as comment something that you do that really has helped you stop really comparing your children with other children, right? Or what you don't do. And if you're doing it, this is time to change. This is very, very important, because I made this the 8th episode for a reason, because I believe that the two biggest fears that humans have is the fear of not enough and the fear of not being loved.
Yes.
And so this is very helpful to basically make sure that you don't do that to your children, so that they grow up to be awesome and amazing adults. So, and there's links.
And at the same time, it is a journey. I'm not asking you to do it like right now, but you can always edit a little bit and a little bit more, because even myself, sometimes I caught myself doing that too. So, give yourself a little bit of a break, because I know that you really love your kids. That's why you do what you do. But just, add a little bit more praising every single day, and you will see the drastic change.
Most definitely. And then if somebody that you love needs to hear this, please share our video with them, okay?
Yes.
And then hit the subscribe button, that bell icon. This way, when we go live or upload new videos, you're going to get alerted every single time. And then if you have not watched our other videos or this series, please go back and watch it. It's pretty amazing stuff. And then there's links below to get to know more about us and to actually learn more from us. We have some free training for you as well. So question of the day is, to summarize everything, stop comparing our children to other kids. Really praise them, and praise them often as you possibly can, and really tell them that they are enough, just the way they are, okay? So we love you very much. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we will see you on the next series. If you like this show, subscribe now.
Remember, mastery starts here.
See you on the next show.